Now, we're talking about your favourite words right now, and the words entering our language and our Scrabble boards. A new poll has shown that the word mankini, meaning a male swimming costume, has been voted the word we'd most like to see on our Scrabble boards this year. Well, the lady who knows everything about words and everything about everything, really. She's the resident wordsmith on Countdown, Susie Dent. How are you?
Hi, Alex. I wish that was true.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
I watched that programme for all the wrong reasons.
Okay, Rachel Riley being one of them?
No, you. I find you delicious and very distracting.
What can I say? That's really nice, actually. And you might be able to then use for, which was one of those words that, I mean, actually, sadly, it's not usually levelled at me. It's usually levelled at Rachel, quite rightly. But it's one of those new words that might well be on your Scrabble board quite soon.
Listen, you've really embraced this countdown thing because it wasn't the easiest job in the world, was it, taking over from Carol and all that business and all the furore that went with it?
No.
Congratulations on keeping humble and keeping your mouth shut, because what you don't want is a war.
No, it was really hard, actually. It was, I didn't quite expect it to be as hard as it was, but I think it was just because, you know, I'd already grieved for Richard, and here was another change taking place, and you know, the change, any change is quite shocking for a little while. But I have to say, and I genuinely am not just saying this, we feel so settled now. It's such a happy atmosphere, and I do miss Carol. I'll always miss Carol, and I will hugely miss Richard. But you know, the format is so strong. It doesn't really matter who's there as long as the clock's there, and Cecil, who is our, that's our number generator, will be okay. And Countdown will be okay.
It's all kind of been brought back up, hasn't it? Because Carol's brought out a new book. Were you nervous or excited reading that, or have you just ignored it?
No, I haven't ignored it at all, because, you know, Carol and I are still in touch, and we're still friends. So I absolutely wasn't dreading it at all. And most of it, you know, I suppose, I didn't actually think there was very much new or even anything particularly controversial in there, except it was, you know, it's heartbreaking for her. Yeah. Countdown was, was so much part of her life. And I think, you know, she'll always find that period difficult. But I can honestly tell you, she is so busy now. I tried to book her for lunch the other day, and she said, maybe this is a reflection on me, but she couldn't do it for at least 3 months.
Oh, wow, funny.
She's so busy.
That's got to be you, hasn't it? She don't want to have lunch with you. She's got to find 5 minutes somewhere. You're not telling me she's that busy.
I think you're probably right.
I think I read in the book that she sent you flowers on your first day.
Yes.
Which must have been nice, because at least you'd got her approval. Not that it matters, but when you come in and take over from somebody, it's always uncomfortable for a little bit, isn't it?
Oh, she was absolutely lovely and supportive in every single way. So I think she means absolutely no ill to the show at all, because it was so much part of her life. And I think if anybody wanted it to carry on and be successful, it would be her, because she and Richard set it up. And you know, they were Countdown, and so it's testimony to them, really, that it was as strong as it is.
I love that Carol Vorderman. I won't say a word against her, but you can't really feel sorry for a woman who's taken a 90% pay cut and will still earn more than me and you and everyone else put together. I mean, it was a bit ridiculous, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
Oh, I think, you know, there was just so much involved there, and as you say, I tried to not get involved, really, because it was actually a very private thing, which unfortunately became very public. So I think there was a lot there that we will never know about, and I think probably we should just kind of, you know, look to the fact that Countdown is now as a happy ship, as Carol herself would say. That was one of her expressions, and it does still very, very much feel like a family affair. You know, there are people up in the gallery, the directors and producers and people, vision mixers, for example, who have literally been there for 25 years since the show started. And how many shows can you say that about, really?
The only problem you've got with broadcasting from Manchester at Granada is that dreadful Jeremy Kyle is also filming there. What a horrible man he is.
I think he comes into the makeup studio sometimes, but I haven't actually been there at the same time. Not my favourite show either, I have to be honest.
Anyway, let's move on and talk about you. You're not here just to have a chit-chat, because I'd love to come on that Countdown, but the problem is I can't get me I's and me E's right, and 2 E's and 1 E's and an A. I'm just rubbish at spelling. I'd be out in 1 minute. So
then do play Scrabble, because actually it's one of the best places to learn your spelling.
The current Mrs. Belfield's as thick as I am, so we'd both get the words wrong together. You need to work with a smarty pants like you who can put me straight.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll come and be your referee for Scrabble. We'll start with that. I'll bring along the dictionary and I'll sit there.
Be careful what you offer. I'll keep you to it. Don't you worry about that, Susie.
And then we'll get you on Countdown.
Listen, lovely to talk to you. Thanks so much for coming on the programme.
Thank you, Alex.
Congratulations for making it your own. It can't be easy when you take over from two legends for very different reasons, of course. But the show is as good as it ever was. And still across the board, everybody seems to love it. Old, young, middle-aged, silver tops.
I know, that's what I love about it. Look at the countdown audience, the studio audience, and you will find, it was all heads down, people working working on their notepads and their pens, actually playing along the games, and yeah, lots of students who are the rowdy lot. And then on the other side, you will find the very decorous, more elderly
Decorous.
viewers.
You see, I wouldn't think of using a word like decorous. It's like this programme, I'm open to everybody, very big with clergymen as well. Susie Dent,
I won't ask.
I love you and there's nothing you can do about it.
Thank you, Alex.
See you soon.